As you can see behind me, everyone is following COVID-safe practices, and it wasn't the pandemic that delayed Sandia Ski Area from opening, but rather the lack of snow. A gusty opening day for Sandia Ski Area.
It feels good to come out here after being in the house.
But better than staying home.
I'm learning how to do toe side.
From the young,
a lot of falling, but it's really fun.
To the grown, it was a sold-out first day.
We were hoping to open middle of December, and of course it's almost February.
General Manager Ben Abruzzo says like most businesses, Sandia Ski Area is operating at 25% capacity, or 650 people, because of public health order rules.
It's been tough, like it is for every New Mexico business.
From afar, the slopes look the same. But at the base, you can see the pandemic has changed things. Masks are required at all times, except when eating or drinking. Group reservations aren't allowed. Employees get COVID-19 screenings before work. All this to keep New Mexicans safe.
Especially after this last year, it gives you a little sense of freedom, even though everybody's having a mask up and still stay apart, but it's really nice to be able to just feel the outdoors.
Depending on the weather, Sandia Ski Area hopes to stay open through the middle of March. Reporting in Sandia Ski Area, I'm Stella Sun, KOAT Action 7 News.
Stella, thank you. If you want to hit the slopes at any New Mexico ski area, there are rules to follow. We have them posted on our website, KOAT.com. Well, like Sandia Peak Ski Area, Riverbend Hot Springs, and Truth or Consequences is a favorite for many, but in order to keep visitors safe, they too have had to make some adjustments. Reservations are now required and pools are at reduced capacity. They've only been reopened since June with reduced staff, where the owner says he saw a 40% decline in last year's second quarter business. He has high hopes for 2021. For details, visit their website. In Santa Fe, public schools are expected to move to a voluntary hybrid model for K through 12th grade by the end of February. That's in an effort to allow teachers back in their classrooms while the district still struggles to meet social distancing requirements and vaccinate all staff. A full hybrid model plan is expected to be released at the board meeting this upcoming Thursday. 700 people in San Juan County received COVID-19 vaccines today in a drive-through clinic. San Juan Emergency Management hosted the clinic with the help of Presbyterian Medical Services staff, the National Guard, and volunteer first responders. Meanwhile, at the pit, a shortage of vaccines means no one is scheduled to receive a shot this week. Last week, they gave out 28,000 shots. Across the state now, more than 248,000 vaccine doses have been given, breaking down to just under 200,000 initial doses and 50,000 boosters. The state has received 278,800 doses, and more than 544,000 New Mexicans have registered. When you look at which counties are doing best at vaccinating their residents, Guadalupe, Cibola, and Union counties lead, with Guadalupe vaccinating just over 1,500 people, but the equivalent of over a third of their population. In comparison, Bernalillo, Santa Fe, and Doña Ana counties have vaccinated the most people, but they also have higher population, so that may explain some. For example, Bernalillo County, home to the state's largest city, has vaccinated more than 96,000 people, but that's just over 14% of the population. Inequities in COVID-19 vaccine distribution, though, happening across the country. Some people so eager to get the vaccine, they're traveling to get it. Melissa Rainey has the details.
The race to vaccinate is on, with President Biden announcing this week the U.S. is buying 200 million more COVID-19 vaccine doses in an effort to fully vaccinate 300 million Americans by the end of this summer or early fall.
The end goal is to beat COVID-19.
But in the meantime, who exactly is getting the vaccination is being called into question.
It's outrageous. The more I learn about this, the angrier I get.
Leaders in New York City say a vaccination site in a Latino neighborhood saw an overwhelming number of white people from outside the community show up to get the shot earlier this month, shedding light on a national disparity that shows people of color are being vaccinated at dramatically lower rates than white people.
Instead of focusing on the Latino community of Washington Heights, a place that really was hit hard by COVID, instead the approach was somehow conducive to folks from outside the community coming and getting vaccinated, but not folks who live right there in Washington Heights. Totally backwards.
In Wisconsin, some people upset after Milwaukee Bucks senior VP Alex Lazary, who is 33 years old, tweeted saying he was vaccinated this week after a family member had access to unused doses. Lazary says it was happenstance, a situation he and his pregnant wife are grateful for.
It's not his fault. It's the fault of DHS and this committee that's making these rules, that they don't have something in place. They don't have something mandated to tell people what to do with these extra vaccines.
Wisconsin health officials say vaccinating people who are not eligible is typically a use it or lose it situation.
Once you've gone into a vial in a day, you can't just put it back in the refrigerator and use the rest tomorrow. You have to empty that particular vial.
I'm Melissa Rainey reporting.
Officials from New York Presbyterian Hospital say the site is now dedicating all appointment slots to New York City residents. In Albuquerque now, the Party for Socialism and Liberation joined cities nationwide today to demand rent cancellations. They are also calling on the federal government to temporarily cancel evictions, foreclosures, and utility debt, citing that neither the initial $600 stimulus check nor the proposed $1,400 check will help people who've lost their jobs due to the pandemic. They've installed a memorial to people who've fallen on hard times at Central and Charleston. A virtual documentary concert and storytelling event tonight at Meow Wolf honored New Mexico's frontline workers.
Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
A beautiful song there. Tonic for the Times featured